factors. So then we have to decide our sign. One has to be positive and one has to be negative. So we have negative 1 and negative 2 and negative 3, or we could have 1 times negative 12, 2 times negative 6, or 3 times negative 4. So let's think about this. Remember what we said. We can try to look at our options here without really putting much down. Do you get what I'm saying? So let's kind of talk about which one makes the most sense to get to 4a. If I do 5 times 12, is that going to help me very much?
No.
No, that's 60. Is that going to be a good option here?
No.
No. How about if I do 5 times 1, which is negative 5, and a times 12?
5 times 1 isn't negative 5?
Yeah.
5 times negative
Connor.
1.
Well, you just said 1. So.
Okay, Connor. Okay. 5 times negative 1 is negative 5. A times 12 is 12. It's 12 minus 5, 4. No, so are our 12s and 1s really looking good for us?
No.
No. 5 times negative 2 is negative 10. 6 times A is 6a. So that's looking good because negative 10 and 6 can get us to a 4. It may not be the right one, so we're thinking maybe we should be starting with 5a and a and negative 2 and 6, or 6 and negative 2. Or I just said that the same way. 2 and negative 6. So we'll start with that. So we're going to do 5a and a. And I'm going to put in negative 2 and 6 here. So we're going to try this first. And if it doesn't work, we can always move it around, can't we?
Sure.
So 5a times a is? 5a times 6 is? Negative 2 times a is? Negative 2 times 6 is? So that way did not work. What is another way I could have arranged the 6 and the 2?
Make it a positive 6 and a negative 2.
Did you mean do 5a plus 6 and a minus 2? He said the same sign, but he meant to switch. He was saying switch him.
Oh, okay.
So he's saying put the 6 with the 5a and the negative 2 with the a. Is that what you were meant to be saying there? Yeah, okay. I think that's how I interpreted it. I just wanted to make sure. So we have 5a, so we're just switching those back terms. Plus 6 and a minus 2. That way, our 5 and our 6 aren't multiplying and making a 30 again. Do you see that? So let's try it that way. So we have, I'm just going to look at our middle term. So that's negative 10a plus 6a. Negative 4a. Is that what I want it?
No. Flip the sign.
So we just need to flip the sign. So Kaylee, I would write it as 5a and... And if we multiply those, I look at just those middle ones, and that is 10a minus 6a, which is 4a. Okay, I am doing this way shorter than I have in the past 2 days. Is it confusing anybody? Please let me know, because I don't want to confuse you guys. That's not my goal. I see that, but I want to make sure. What's up?
So, you know, like, okay, so the 5a plus 6, and then the a minus 2, how'd you do that?
How did I distribute that?
Yeah, like, how did you get
I
it?
just,
You just put it, yeah.
like, do you understand how I put it here, or are you confused even how we went from here to here?
Yeah, how you went from there to there.
Justin just said, like, he realized that if we kept the 6 and just switched the signs, that we would still be multiplying 5 and 6 together, so we'd still be getting a 30
you just
here.
swapped?
So he just swapped the back 2 terms. You see
Okay.
that? Does that make sense? Is that what you were confused with?
Yeah, that was
Is anybody confused at why I'm just distributing those middle terms?
No.
Do you understand that no matter what, we are multiplying to get 5a squared and negative 12?
Yeah.
So is there really a point to be showing that every single time? No. Okay. Is there anything else? Signs? Anything like that? I don't want to confuse you guys. I'm just trying to make it easier on you guys today. Does that make sense? That's why I'm spending another day with this. Okay. No.
On. Yeah, I'll put more on.
I have to do mine at peak.
Here we go.
Okay. The next one there. What are my factors of 4x squared?
4x times x.
And We could do 2x times 2x. You guys have 2 front term tries now. Mike, you need to pick your head up and listen. And then 3 is only 1 times 3. Good. So my signs in this case, Grace, will be... Was there a GCF? Did you find one? No, we shouldn't have done that before we looked, so that was bad. But is there a GCF? No. So one's negative and one's positive. Okay, so let's think about this. What is going to get us to negative 11? 4 times negative 1 is negative 4. X times 3 is 3x. Negative 4 and 3? No. How about 4 times 3 is 12 and x times negative 1?
Yes.
Could 12 and 1 get us to an 11?
Absolutely.
Yeah. If that hadn't worked, we would have had to go down to the 2x and the 2x. So 2 is negative 2 and 6. Negative 2 and 6 are not going to help us, are they?
No.
So we are doing something with the 4x and the x and the 1 and the 3. So, Josh, how do you think we should put it in our parenthesis then? Tell me my first parenthesis.
And then 4x minus 1.
And?
X plus
Okay, so we're going to try this way. So we already know that if we multiply our n2 terms, it's going to be 4x squared and negative 3. So I'm just looking here. So that's 12x minus x, which is 11x. Did Josh choose the right answer? No, but was he super close? We just have to switch the sign. So Brian, how would you write up this answer then? Guys, stop. Stop. How would you write up the answer, Brian? The sign is just wrong. So what do we have to do? 4x.
4x plus 1
Mm-hmm.
times x minus 3.
Yep. And if you look at that, that gives us negative 12x plus x, which is negative 11x. So that is definitely my answer there. So this is 4x plus 1, x minus 3.
That was quite simple.
Okay, try the next one on your own. Try the next. You guys just did this one on your own. So, first thing we always do is look for a GCF. Is there a GCF?
Yeah.
What is it?
3.
So I have 3c squared minus 2c minus 12. Remember, that means we're focusing on what's inside of the parentheses.
It's 8, not 12.
You're right. Completely right.
How is it 8?
Because
3 times 8.
Oh, I was no. I really just need to start paying attention.
Huh? Oh, sorry.
Heads up, let's go. Heads up.
Brad, you should have a
Okay. We are ignoring this one now. This is what confuses you guys a lot, is like you want to go back up to this one. We're ignoring that one. We took a 3 out, now we're only focusing on what's inside of the parentheses. So we have 3c times c, 1 times 8, and 2 times 4. Good. 1 needs to be... Okay, so let's start thinking about that. We're trying to get to a negative 2c, not a negative 6. Remember, we're ignoring that first one we took a 3 out of. So, 3 times 1 is 3. C times 8 is 8. Will 3 and 8 get us there?
No.
No, we're trying to get to a 2. So what if I do 3 times 8, which is 24, 1 times C, which is 1?
No.
No, that's even worse. So do you think our 1 and 8 are a good option there?
No.
Okay, how about 3 times 2, which is 6, and C times 4, which is 4? Will 6
Yeah.
and 2 get us there?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to do something with that. So, Connor, Clover, how could I put that into a parenthesis?
3.
We already... Just stop for a second. Not because of anything you're doing. How can you be a little bit more respectful, please? Thank you. Guys, I'm not joking around. It needs to stop. Do you get that? Okay, so we already talked about how 1 and 8 are really bad choices for us because we multiply them. Remember, 24 and 1 didn't go well, 3 and 8 didn't go well, so we don't want to do 3c minus 1, we want to do 3c minus, we could do minus 4 and c. Yep, because 1 needs to be negative, 1 needs to be positive. So that's 3c squared plus 6c minus 4c, and you don't need to do the outside terms, minus 8. Do we want a positive 2c, though?
No.
No, so Blaine, what is our answer then?
Oh, no, not answer.
Not opposite. Tell me exactly what it is.
3 times 3c minus, 3c plus 4,
Good, we just switch the signs, times.
c minus 2.
And you'll notice, if you were to look at those middle terms, that would be negative 6c plus 4c, which is negative 2c.
Why am I so tall? I'm a freak.
Okay, guys.
Why did you change it from answer?
Answer. The 3. We always need to put that GCF up front, and a bunch of you are forgetting it on yours, and that's my fault. So, I'm sorry. Don't forget that GCF.
It's okay, Miss Brad.
Not finish it. So, we are going to talk about this problem here, but not finish it. Not this one. We just did that. This one. Do you guys see how your front term is negative? That cannot be negative.
It can't?
So we need to take out your GCF as a negative. So what is your GCF of 12, 10, and 12? So you take it out as a negative 2 to switch all the signs. I know, but I'm sorry. So I'm not going to finish this one. You need to try it from here. Okay, do you guys understand that? I'm not actually going to do this. Guys, stop talking over me. Seriously. You had like 10 minutes while you were working to talk. Can you just stop talking while I'm teaching? You've had a lot of time to do individual work and talk. Do you understand that? Why are you over here? Okay. Do you guys understand that? You gotta stop talking. So you are going to have a really hard time doing these problems if you do not factor, if your front term is negative and you do not factor it out as a negative. Do you understand that? Okay. Last problem is very challenging. It says find the value of x when the areas of the rectangle and triangle are the same. The area of a rectangle is base times height, and the area of a triangle is 1/2 base times height. The same in math means equal. So, we're saying the area of the rectangle, which is base times height, needs to be the same as the area of the triangle, which is 1/2 base times height. So I'm going to substitute in 4x plus 8 times x plus 2. And I'm going to substitute my base and height of this one in, which is 2x plus 12 and 4x. We want to know when they are the same. So the same means equal, so we're setting their areas equal to each other. So we're going to distribute. 4x times x is? 4x times 2 is? 8 times x is? 8 times 2 is? Okay, this half does not go to both parentheses. I'm only going to distribute to the first one first. Half of 2 is? Half of 12 is? And then we still have to multiply that by 4x. But I'm going to combine my like terms over here. So my like terms are 8x and 8x, which is? I don't know why this is on here. You guys haven't learned to factor to solve yet. No. I'm just going to leave this at this here. So 4x times x is 4x squared. 4 times 2 or 6 is 24x. Do you guys see that? Oh, we can solve this one. So that's why we did this. So what do we need to do first? We need to subtract things.
Yeah.
4x squared and 4x squared will
0.
be 0. So I have 16x plus 16 equals 24x. Can you guys solve that now that there's not an x squared in it?
Yes.
What? Now what do I do?
Subtract 16.
So I get 16 equals 8x, so x is,
A half.
I'll try that again.
A half.
Still 2. Okay. So we're dividing by 8 on both sides. So the value that makes these areas the same is when x is 2. These are challenging problems, but there are problems like this on the EOC.